Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. Hold on. Today I kind of just want to like sit down and talk with you moms out there. I feel like this is more targeted towards moms to be, or like young new moms, those of you who are just having their first kid, I guess you can say. And a lot of us struggle with discipline, especially when you have your first child and you're like stuck and you don't know what to do. Yeah, and I feel like this topic is not talked about a lot because everybody has their own way of raising their kids and no one wants to be told how to be a mom. I'm not here to tell you guys how to discipline your kids. I'm just sharing what worked for me. I'm not trying to tell anybody like to better their parenting or anything like that. That is not the purpose. That is not the point. My point is to just give you guys some tips or ideas of how you can discipline your child. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna stop rambling now. 10 tips or 10 ways you can discipline your toddler if needed. The first one I have is being consistent. Being consistent with your little one, I feel like is very important because I feel like you need to have a routine with your toddler.
Hi.
Right, Leona?
Right.
Routine. Have a routine for your toddler because it will help them understand and it will help them learn. For instance, when you wake up in the morning, you know, you guys always go brush your teeth, bath, whatever, you know, keep it in a routinely manner. Wake up at a certain point, or if not that, like let's just say every day at 3 o'clock you guys have a learning session. Think of a routine and just be consistent with it and it will help them kind of like control their behavior. I started having a consistent routine with Leona every morning where I wake up first and then I'll get myself ready, and if she's still sleeping then I'll get her ready when she wakes up. Or if she wakes up when I wake up, then I let her watch TV until I'm done getting ready, and then I will get her ready. So we'll brush her teeth. If she needs to take a bath, I will give her a bath, comb her hair out. Usually she's very stubborn and she wants to eat food right away before we brush her teeth. To me, I always tell her you have to brush your teeth first before we have breakfast, because then it's just kind of like, I don't know, I don't like to eat before brushing my teeth. That being said, I always have her brush her teeth before we eat. And what?
The monkey, Toddler.
Okay.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too.
Toddler, say.
Okay, yeah, so I guess that's one thing that you can do is be consistent. 2, distract them and then kind of like redirect them at the same time. You know, I know there are times when toddlers, they're doing something that they're not supposed to, like, you know, tantrums at the stores or wanting something that they can't get and then like they cry or something like that. Find a way to distract them. Help them get their mind off of whatever they're crying for, and then redirect them to something that they may like that is convenient for you, you know. So usually I use this technique on Leona when we're at the stores. Like when she's sitting in the cart crying because she doesn't want to sit in the cart, then you know, I'll give her like a squishy to play with until like we're done with like our shopping or whatever. When she's not looking, I just put it away. Easy peasy. 3, learn to pick your battles with your toddler. Prioritize the situation. Is it worth disciplining or is it not worth disciplining? If it is worth disciplining, then okay. But if it's not, let it be. Leave it alone. Take care of it when you're at home or something. For example, Leona. Okay, she is like the naughtiest kid ever. Not really. She's naughty when she's at home. She drew like crayons all over the walls, all over my mirror in the hallway. When I saw it in my mind, I wanted to discipline her right away, but I decided not to because it's just coloring on the walls. You can wipe it off, you know, it's not that big of a deal. All I told her was that she wasn't able to do that again and that she had to help me clean it up. So, you know, that one I kind of let it slide, but I did punish her in a way where it was helping me and it was helping her also to understand that things like this we shouldn't do. I turned it into like a fun project where she had to help me clean up the crayons on the walls, which it wasn't a big deal. unlike another situation, if she were to, you know, hit someone else's kid or something like that, then that's when you take the situation up a notch, or you handle that situation. For this one, I am definitely still working on, and I know that a lot of moms out there, like, we're going through the same thing too. It's don't yell. And I'm smiling because I yell all the time. I'm not gonna lie, very blunt, like, for real, I yell at my daughter a lot, and that is something that I am working on myself. One way to go about that is to just kind of like change your tone. So instead of yelling at them, change your tone to where it's more of like a serious tone, like a I'm not playing with you tone, okay? Like, you need to listen, if not, you're going in timeout. And that's it. Like, you just gotta not raise your voice, but have a stern tone. And if you know what I'm talking about, great. But I'm not gonna lie, this is like the hardest thing to do, is to not yell at your kids. I am very guilty of this. Honestly, yelling at them doesn't solve anything at all. It just makes them want to rebel even more. It goes in one ear and out the other ears. Number 5 is praise the child. Praise your little one, praise your toddler. So when the toddler is good, or acknowledging their good behavior, it makes them feel better. It makes them want to be good. You know, let them know they're doing good. Give them a star sticker, or like find a way to acknowledge that good behavior. 6 is stay positive. Staying positive when disciplining, I feel like it's the best feeling ever, because then you're not too aggressive towards your kids. It won't make the situation any worse. And if the toddler like did something wrong, or like if it's just like a minor thing, then laugh it off. You know, sometimes kids can be funny. Like, you don't want your kids to fear you, okay? Because when they fear you, then they're not gonna tell you anything, or they're just gonna keep acting out. So 7, use timeout. This is like the #1 method that I always use on Leona. I stay consistent with it. Like the first tip, be consistent. I stay consistent with it. Now she kind of understands why she goes there, and it gives them that time to think about what they did wrong also. I feel like this strategy still works on toddlers because they're still in like that learning phase. It takes them away from like their playing time, and it's the most effective way to get your message across to them, you know, to let them know that you're not playing around with them and that you are very serious. 8, don't negotiate with your child or make any promises. This, I've seen it a lot. I've seen it a lot with parents. I used to do it too. I'm trying to stop. They think that good behavior will come with a price. They think that if they do something right for that 1 minute, they're gonna get something good out of it. They're gonna cry for every little thing that they want because it was your fault. You negotiated with them, and now they think it's okay to negotiate every time when they want something. And I feel like that's not a good approach with discipline. Like when we go to the store, I'm not gonna tell Leona, I need you to be good. If you be good, I will buy you this candy. Like, that's negotiating. And I feel like us as moms, don't start negotiating with your kids, because then that's when they're gonna take control of you. You know, that's how they're gonna be like, oh, well, mom's gonna buy me this if I be good all the time. I mean, it's up to you guys. If you guys think that's okay and you have no problem with it, then go for it. But that's just one of my ways. I will not negotiate with her or make promises. I don't want her taking advantage of that and thinking that she could get the whole world. Okay, because we on a budget. I can't give her the whole world right now. I mean, I would like to, but just not right now. 9, always remind your child that you love them. Definitely, this is the most important tip out of all 10. Always, after you discipline them, still show them that you love them. Still tell them that you love them. Like, just because they were being bad and you put them in timeout, or you gave them an ass whooping or something like that, go back and tell them you love them and that you only did it because you care. No, I'm just kidding. Just always remind your kid that you love them, and all parents should be doing this. Easy as that. You know, I still tell Leona I love her after she's been out of timeout, because she comes back to me, and she's like so smart. She comes back to me and she's like, Mommy, I love you. And I'm just like, oh, I love you too. I'm so sorry I put you in timeout. But that's one thing I have to like control, because I can't let her be fooling me, okay? Otherwise, she's going to take advantage of me, and she's going to take control of me and whatever when she gets older. 10, switch strategies over time. if you're using timeouts or if you're using like any other strategies to discipline your kid, try to switch things up a little bit because they might get so used to it that they know how to read you. Just try to switch it up. What worked 2 years ago may not work in the next 2 years. So if you were always doing timeouts with your kids when they were like 2, when they turn 4, they're not gonna care for like timeout. The worst things can happen when they read every little piece of your blueprint. Like, they're gonna know, and they're just not, it's not gonna work. Switch the plans over time. For me, I don't even know what I'm gonna do in the next 2 years. Leona's been going to timeout for 2, going to be 3 years now, and I need to change things up a little bit. Not now, I still have a couple more months or years probably. Yeah, I will rethink that over when I figure it out. I hope that these discipline tips or my ways of discipline has helped you guys, or if you guys took anything away from this video. Like I said, I'm not here to teach you how to discipline your child. These are just my opinions and my ways of disciplining my toddler and how I want to go about disciplining my toddler. And I just want to share that with you guys because there's not a lot of videos out there or like a lot of moms who share this kind of stuff. Well, not that I know of. I wanted to make this video and share it with those of you new moms or soon-to-be moms, in case you guys were wondering how to discipline your toddler or kid. Teenagers, I haven't been there yet, so I don't have much to say about that. I hope this helped you, and I guess that is all of it. I'm not the best at being a mom. I know what I know, and I share what I can. So that being said, like this video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel, and click that notification bell so that you know when I upload, and I will see you guys in my next fun video.